Hi everyone, welcome to Linda's Thrifty Live. I hope you have all had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. If you're a United States resident, and if not, I hope you had a great weekend, uh, just a normal weekend. I've had a wonderful one, although we've had some interesting things happen this weekend. So let me start with Saturday afternoon. I was busy doing things in my craft room and, just piddling around the house. And I get a text from my daughter, Sarah, saying, we think Tiger might have broke his thumb. I'm like, oh no. So he was visiting a friend down the street. They were actually like one of their first times getting together to play a little bit. Some of the restrictions are going on, and both of these families know each other. They live on the same street, and the boys have been riding bikes and keeping distance, but they were allowed to play, fairly close together, and they were playing on the trampoline, and Tiger decided to do this front forward flip thing that I think he has done before. He does not have a trampoline of his own, but I think he's done it before, and he landed wrong, and he was like, "Oh, gotta go home. I hurt myself," and he just zoomed away. And the parents were like, "What happened to Tiger?" And they were like, so they called Sarah, and she said, "I think he's okay, but we do think he hurt his thumb." And later, they even came by and brought him a little box of snacks and stuff, which was so sweet of them. That really was nice, and they felt bad, but it was certainly not their fault. And so they took Tiger to urgent care, and sure enough, he has this crack way down in this part of his thumb somewhere. And he said, "Grandma, it swelled up like got big and fat." So he's got this brace and everything, and of course, it's on his right hand. So it's a good thing school's over. And he's kind of hurting, so he's been a little bit cranky, but not too bad. But he really liked this doctor who was talking to him about all the broken bones he's had, because Tiger was telling him about his broken bones. Because you see, this is not the first time Tiger has broken a bone. The very first time he ever broke a bone was his arm when he was 3 years old, and Grandma was babysitting him. And he was on the top bunk of his bed. Now, most of the time you don't put children that young in bunk beds, but he was such a responsible child and really had understood, and he had taken and was down for a nap. I had just gone and peeked in that door. He was laying down. I thought, okay, good, he's taking his nap. I got back to the living room, and I heard this crash and a scream, and I swear, I tell Tiger all the time, I flew from the living room to his bedroom. I do not think my feet touched the floor. That's how fast I moved. And sure enough, he had fallen off the bed. I mean, he was standing up and jumping up and down. Okay, I tell him he jumped off the bed. He goes, "I didn't mean to, Grandma." But I stayed so calm. I was so proud of myself. And I couldn't get a hold of Sarah. She was at school, and I couldn't get a hold of Blake at first. And I, got some ice, and I was holding him in my arm, and he's just boo-hooing away. Finally, I got a hold of Blake. I left him messages, and he called me because they were both, sometimes they couldn't be gotten a hold of if they were in class. They had their phones off. And Blake came home and took him to the doctor. And as soon as he drove out of the driveway, I just broke down in tears. I was like, "Oh, my baby! How could that happen on my watch?" And sure enough, he broke his arm. But, of course, it wasn't my fault. But I said, I had just looked at him. So then another time that Tiger broke his wrist, he was trying to get something out of the top of his closet. And so he had stacked up all these boxes on top of each other. I know. But he was aware of the fact that he might fall. So he had put pillows and stuffed animals down. But when he fell, he missed all that and just hit the floor. So he was aware of the fact that he might fall, but he just missed his landing pad. So this is his third break, and he's just 9 years old. I mean, we're He is such a sport. I know some of you are new to my channel and haven't seen a picture of him. So there he is. He's a cutie patootie. Here he is, close up. He's got braces. They're going to come off this summer, we hope. So anyway, so I got to go over and visit yesterday, and I took him and Scout some candy, you know, chocolate, because chocolate helps everything, makes everything better. And I had a good visit with him, and I got hugs. I got hugs. I felt so good. So I wanted to show you a little picture of Scout. There she is. She's a little bit older than this. She's 5. She just turned 5, and Scout and Tiger just turned 9. But they are the loves, the joy. They're just everything in my life. They really are. So I enjoyed my visit with them. And so then I picked up the airplane that I had given Tiger for his birthday. It was a remote control airplane. And it comes with built-in batteries and a charger. Well, the charger was the wrong one that was in the box. So I had contacted Amazon, and they were supposed to replace it, and I've never received it. It's supposed to come from China. Well, you know, and it's absolutely no good without the charger. So I contacted Amazon, and they said they'd extended the return window on it, and I could just return it. So I picked it up, and so today I decided to take it over to Kohl's and drop it off. You know, I don't have the box or anything, but I just put it all in the bag and took it over there. Well, when I got to Kohl's, oh my gosh, the parking lot was full, and I was like, uh-oh, because, you know, I've been very, very careful. And so I decided, well, I'm just going in and go straight to the returns and back out. And I had my mask on. All of the employees had masks, but I would say 2/3 of the customers did not have masks on. So I did not linger. So then as I'm driving home, and I'm kind of checking out the parking lot, so like Hobby Lobby, full. And Old Navy, Ross, Marshalls, all of those stores, just the parking lots were full. And I'm like, well, I'm taking I'm taking myself home, and I am not going into the stores for a while because Georgia has started to spike again. Okay, everybody has to make their own decisions, and my decision is that I have got to be safe for my mom and for me. So I went by because yesterday my son-in-law Blake had smoked some ribs and had saved some for me and Granny B. Granny B is what they call my mom. And I went to pick them up so we could eat them today. Oh, I've eaten them. They were so good. Oh my gosh, they were sweet and they were good. He did a good job. He's a good cook. Anyway, I got to go by and I talked to Sarah about it, and she said, yeah, and she pulled up the stats, and we're starting to spike again in Georgia. So I said, well, I'm going to start doing some grocery pickups instead of going into the stores for a while and watch the stats, because I just have to stay safe. So that's what I'm doing. So that's been my weekend, but I got more hugs. I know. And Scout and I had a tea party with the tea set that she got for her birthday. She brewed a little pot of tea. Her mom and dad and I had tea with her. It's so funny. And it was a great family weekend. My mom is still not comfortable going over there yet because they do go out in the public. She's just not. But, you know, I hope soon she will be. She has not even been inside their new house yet. It's crazy. It's just been a crazy world. But we enjoyed our rib dinner, and we've had a really good weekend. It was hot, humid a little bit. We've got some rain coming. I'm looking out the window, kind of plopping some fat little drops down. So it's been a good weekend. I don't have anything else to share with you. I haven't had any mail. A bunch is supposed to come tomorrow, so we will see. So I will be back to see you tomorrow. But I want to thank all of you for joining me and all my new subscribers. I'm so appreciative of you coming and checking out my channel, and I hope that you continue to come back and just have a good time. So today was just a chat and just to let you know I was thinking about you and hoping you all had a great weekend. So I will talk to you tomorrow. So remember, choose joy. Bye now.